everyone, how's it going? At the moment, I'm at my desk again doing some work on my computer. Uh, Specifically, I am reporting activities on VRG. Now, I mentioned VRG several times in other videos, and it specifically stands for Volunteer Reporting and Grants. So any project, any activity, anything we want to do in our 2 years of service, we report it to this website for Peace Corps to see. Now, this is a very important part of being a volunteer, but it's also very tedious to do because even at the start of your service, it can be very complicated and confusing to understand. So I thought for this video, I'd share with you all, well, how to at least submit and report an activity to this site. Disclaimer, this is going to be a very long video because I'm going to go very into detail about it, but, I hope this helps you guys. So, I hope this helps, okay? Hi everyone! So, here we have the VRG portal where volunteers like me are able to submit the activities we will do over our 2 years of service for Peace Corps to review. So for this video, how about I show you all how to create and submit an activity. Starting off, when you log in into the VRG site, which when you become a volunteer, Peace Corps will tell you how to do it, you'll arrive at this portal, which can allow you to do several different things like grant proposals, sharing your story to the Peace Corps website, but at the moment we want to post an activity, so we will click this button, plan and manage activities, to do so. It might take a while for the page to load, but once it does, my activities will appear. This page here shows all the activities you have created in relationship to your Peace Corps service, both ongoing and complete. Now, if you want to create a new activity, you simply click this green add button. And again, it might take a little bit of time, but you'll arrive at this window where you can begin filling out all the needed information to submit an activity. So how about I show you step by step how to complete this form. Starting off, we need to select the project and type of activity we will be doing. As a volunteer, you will have a specific project. In my case, I'm a wash volunteer, water, sanitation, and hygiene. So most activities I do are related to this field. And because of that, it is automatically selected as the type of project I will be doing. But let's say I want to do a project outside of my field. Maybe I want to make a YouTube vlog, which in this case would be related to goals 2 and 3 of the Peace Corps service, because the purpose of the vlog is to, in relationship to this activity, co-plan and co-facilitate activities that promote awareness of cultural values and norms and/or languages, histories, experiences, and perspectives. And I hope anyone doing a YouTube vlog would try to do this. And, or you might want to do something else to help the community that has no affiliation to projects, so you would choose others. And you can definitely submit any activity you'd like to do. Now, in this case, let's say the activity I want to do is a reservoir inspection in a specific community I am working with that is related to my field. So I would choose the wash project. And now looking at all the types of activities available to me, there are a lot to choose from. Now, each project has a certain amount of goals, which are these right here. And as a volunteer during your training, you will learn all about them. And depending on the activity you want to do, you need to choose a goal that best suits it.
For a reservoir inspection, goal 1.1 fits best. Co-facilitate and co-facilitate the implementation of water system inspections to identify and evaluate water quality risks with community leaders. That is a handful to say. Now that we have that, it's time to name the activity. The name should be simple and straight to the point. If we're doing a water inspection, it should be titled Water System Inspection, and then the name of the community. Let's say in this case, it is name. Now, for the description of the activity, it's up to you how much or how little detail you want in this part. But, for this part, I would always suggest to at least describe what you did, how you did it, who you did it with, the results, and maybe one or two interesting details you would like to include. From there, you need to choose the status of the project. Are you planning to do it? Is it ongoing? Have you completed it? In order to finish a project or officially submit it, you need to have the completed status. And also you can put on hold. Maybe it's a project on hold because it's something to do with the school, but it's summer, so you can't do it until school starts. From there, you choose the start and end date of the project, and you choose its location. You can either choose other, where you have to name the location and put the coordinates, or you can choose your site, which will automatically select your specific site. And once you've done all that, you can save the activity. Now, you're unfortunately not done reporting the activity once you've clicked save. Instead, you are taken automatically to this new page where you need to add more information. But don't worry, because you can click save or save and close to save all your information and continue some other time. Now, I would also like to mention that the overview section, which you just did, has a few small additions. These two parts only specify what the goal and objective of the post activity, in this case 1.1, is, and you don't need to do anything related to that. And also, if for some unfortunate reason the project you were doing was canceled due to some unforeseen circumstance on the status section, you can now enter canceled. Now onto the other sections you will need to fill out, starting off with programmatic tags. If you think that there is a specific keyword or event related to your program or your project, you can select or create a hashtag here, or you can enter multiple. You don't need to do it, but if you want to, you can definitely do it. Now, you will also need to select any of the main Peace Corps goals here in the Peace Corps goals section that might relate to your activity. In this instance, if I'm doing a water inspection, it could potentially relate to Goal 1, which is to help the people of interested countries in meeting their need for trained men and women. If, while inspecting the reservoir, I'm also training or capacitating them in some way, but it's no problem if the activity you've chosen or want to do isn't related to any of the 3 main Peace Corps goals. That's no problem. You can also add or mention any volunteer to your activity if they contributed to it. In my case, I have had activities that I collaborated with volunteers like Isabel when we did our Vacaciones Útiles or summer school program. All you need to do to add a volunteer is click this green add button, and a window will pop out where you can search for the name of the volunteer in question. Now, due to privacy reasons, I don't think I will be showing you that. But moving on, you can also add collaborating partners from the community you've worked with. Let's say, again, this is an activity reporting a reservoir inspection. Normally for this type of activity, I would be working with the ATM and local water committee, CHAS. I would simply click this green add button. It may take a little while to load. And I would search for the ATM here and write a quick description of how I collaborated with him, and then click associate to post it. And if I worked with a CHAS, I'd do the same, click the green add button and search for the CHAS, and again write a small description. Again, it's always good to mention any specifics, whether that's the name of the person you worked with, their job titles, the name of the community or town, how you collaborated with them. But again, it's all up to you. And after this, it's time for the activity questions. This section is all about reflecting about how your activity went once you finished it. And you have 5 questions in total. Locally defined priorities, how did this activity come about, who created it, and describe the desired outcomes or results. Sustainability, how will the outcomes be sustainable after the activity has been implemented. PACA, did you use any PACA lens and or tools to implement this activity? If you don't know what the PACA lens or tools are, I did a previous video about PACA, so look at that if you're curious. If you used PACA, click yes. If not, no, there's no issue. After that, it is implementation results. Were the activity outcomes / results achieved as anticipated? Describe any unanticipated outcomes or shortfalls in the activity. And finally, lessons learned and promising practices, which is all about reflecting on if you were to do this activity again, how would you implement it in the future? And again, it's all up to you how much detail you want to put in these sections. But afterwards, it's time for the final part, the outputs and outcomes, where you need to report the exact amount of people you believe you have reached with this project. Now, depending on what type of post activity you initially place, this section can differ. You can see that in this instance, you only need to fill out the output section, not the outcome section, because yes, you are working with people, which relates to outputs, but you are not necessarily training or capacitating them. This activity, on the other hand, involved a training with several different organizations in the community. Here in the output section, we can see everyone that attended and what their job was. And going to the outcomes here, we can see everyone that attended was able to successfully complete the training reached and achieved here. Now that all the sections are complete, we are able to validate the activity, which basically means Peace Corps staff will review it. As shown here, a staff member has already reviewed this, and afterwards we can export it and officially submit it. Now, you would think at this point the process is over, but unfortunately, it's not quite done yet. The last final thing we need to do is to go to reporting. Here we see when our next deadline to write our activities is due. In this case, it is July 15th. But also in this section, we need to verify the total number of people we have worked with. Take, for example, if we go here to outputs, these three activities, which all relate to this specific goal. Now, in this activity, I claimed I worked with 4 male ATM staff members, and in this one, I claimed I worked with 2 of them. Now, my job is to verify the total number of people to see if these 2 might be one of the 2 of the 4 here. Now, if overall all these male staff members are not related, these 4 are different from these 2, I would put a total of 6. But if these 2 ATM staff members were part of the 4 here, I would need to put 4 people in total. So after doing that for all of these goals in both the outputs and outcomes, I am finally done with reporting activities. Hooray! Well, until July 15th.
So guys, that's basically it. I hope that helped. Again, I'm very sorry how long that video took. But if you guys have any more questions, any concerns, if this video didn't cover a specific thing you still have questions about, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll respond as soon as possible. But that's basically it. I hope you learned something about this, and I hope you all have a good rest of the day. Okay, guys? Bye!